Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous Return from Beagle Point. We are continuing on our way back. Oh, hold on a second. We are continuing on our way back to the bubble after having traveled all the way out to Beagle Point. Unfortunately, my control scheme got all jacked up somehow, and I lost everything, and I had to go back through and redo it. But the settings that I thought I had set up just aren't working the way I thought they were. There we go. Okay. Oh, so there's going to be a bunch of jumping back into the settings here to try to put things back the way that they're supposed to be because, unfortunately, I lost all of my settings, and I'm not going to know which ones I lost until we find out. So, anyways, oh. God, I gotta. This is the irritating thing about the way that they chose to do this in this game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Is it controllable now? There we go. All right. Yeah, one of the very irritating things about the way that Elite Dangerous has set up their game, their control scheme, is that they don't allow you to save things and have it stay that way. But at the same time, they have dynamic switching of control schemes based off of when you plug controllers in. So if you unplug your joystick, then it defaults to a different one, and then you plug your joystick back in, and if it can't find the custom settings you had before, they're just gone, and you end up having to try to find it. You end up having to try to find it. You end up having to reset everything. I believe there's a way to copy and paste or something your control schemes, but to be perfectly honest with you, that is unreasonable to expect players to have to mess with. Sorry, that's just no. That's stupid. That's not something that we should have to be screwing around with. Anyways, sorry to start off my episode with such irritating stuff, or with such negativity, but I'm sorry. It's incredibly irritating to have to go back through and redo things. I should never ever have to go back through and redo my control scheme because I unplugged because a control got unplugged or whatever it was that caused that to happen. It's unreasonable. It's unreasonable. And these are things that, I'm sorry, you can't tell me that it's super complicated to go back in and redo the way that the control schemes are saved in the freaking file system. Seriously, give us custom save slots or something that allows us to save a file that can be accessed regardless of whether something's plugged in or not. It's not that hard. Just do it. I'm starting to have very little patience for developers who can't even provide basic common sense functionality in software. I'm really irritated right now, so if you're not interested in a relatively negative episode, I don't know. I'm gonna pull myself out of it, but I need a minute. I need a minute. I could go away and come back, but I'm not gonna stop my recording session because things decided to fall apart. I got to get through this stuff. I have other things to get done today. So here we go. We're going to go through this. Anyways, the purpose of this trip has been to work our way into increasing our exobiology rank up to the elite status, as well as hopefully make enough money to purchase a fleet carrier and go back out into the black with all of our ships and stuff and make sure and kind of enjoy doing it that way. Maybe bring a few people along for the ride. I may end up doing a weekly live stream. Let's see. We're looking for high metal content world, so there's not going to be anything here that's worth our time anyway. Oh, God. Again, we have to go back through and fix our controls. So to exit this one here, I need it to be that. Okay. And then to exit this, I believe I have to have that as the shift key. Or I'm sorry, tab. There we go. All right. We're specifically looking for high metal or non-icy bodies with biology on it to have a better chance of getting high value content. So we typically, when we hop into the system, you saw we pop the discovery scanner, we'll do some fuel scooping, then we'll hop into the full spectrum system scanner to check out and see if there are any high value planets. I have arbitrarily decided that high value means Earth-like worlds, water worlds, or ammonia worlds, because those are the top three highest paying bodies when it comes to just orbital scanning. And then if there are 15-ish bodies or less in a... Well, at this point, I'm kind of discarding the 15 bodies or less thing, and more we're just going to hop into the full spectrum scanner and see if there are any high metal content bodies, and we'll check out all of those, or as many of those as is reasonable to find. As reasonable to try to find and see if there's any biology on those, because those have the highest chance of giving us the stratum tectonicus, which is really what we're looking for, as far as with the goal of trying to find as much money as we can. Okay, so now I got to go back into here and scroll down to our full spectrum system scanner, and then I think it's this, is it stepped in or zoom? I think it's this. I think that's what we're doing. Nope. That was not, oh, that's not the button I'm trying to press. We are trying to get, I'm leaving all of this in because, you know, this showcases the stupidity that people are having to go through because the controls decided to just go off the rails. This is ridiculous that I have to go back through and do this again. There we go. All right, cool. So we need that one. No biology there. No biology there. Let's go back through in here and can you please go? Oh my God. I'm really starting to lose my patience. Put that in a little bit more like that. I'm going to turn the tuning sensitivity up to about half there. Okay. Nothing there. There's one here. No biology on that one. Nothing there, nothing there. Yeah, the only problem with doing it like this is that you end up having to scan around for a little bit more, but that's all right. Moving on to the next system. We're looking for biological signatures, preferably on bodies that are not icy bodies. The icy bodies almost always have two signature sources. Usually it's going to be bacteria and some kind of fonticula. The fonticula are worth a decent amount of money, but not really enough to stop for every single one of them. It's going to add a lot of time onto the trip to do that. So per a very good suggestion by one of my viewers, I am kind of shifting my focus towards just trying to find more like rocky bodies and high metal content worlds and things like that as far as trying to get to biology, so that we have a higher chance of finding really good stuff. Then we wait till we're out of the influence of the star, and then we stop. Then we pop over. Ooh, that's too fast. So I'm going to put the sensitivity back down. Oh my God. Let's see here. Sensitivity for that, I'm going to put that back down to like that, and hopefully that's a little bit more manageable. Yeah, that's better. Rocky bodies. High metal content worlds. Nothing there. Nothing there. Let's check out that one. Ooh, biological 5, and it's really close. Let's continue. So that's another rocky body, a high metal content world. We'll have to check that out after we go check out our 5 biological signature thing there. We also have an ammonia world that we need to go check out as well, so we'll go back and check that out here shortly. No biology there. What's that? Icy body. Yeah. Okay, well, we found our biology for this system, so let's go ahead and head over towards that. We'll travel a little bit of a distance towards it, and then we'll stop again, hop back into the full spectrum system scanner again, see if we can get a lock on that other body that we were looking at. And then ideally, we'll see if there's any biology on that one as well. All right, that should be enough, I think. So let's get back onto high metal content worlds, because that's what that was. Okay, no biology on that one. No biology on that one. Then we got metal-rich bodies. Okay, not sure what that is, but we're just going to go ahead and keep on moving. So we'll get down, scan us a bunch of biology on this episode. That may end up being all we have to do today. Just allowing my temper to calm down a little bit. Been dealing with computer issues for the last day or two. My computer would just randomly crash for no apparent reason, and after ruling out temperature issues and after updating my graphics drivers, the next step in the problem was, or the next step in the troubleshooting thing was the power supply. So we ended up ordering a power supply because, you know, the one I bought for my computer back in the day when I first built it was a super cheap one, but it had really good reviews, and I was kind of hoping that it would end up working out really well. And to be perfectly honest with you, it has. I've had this computer for 3 years. I've been using it extremely heavily, like many hours every single day, and haven't had any issues with it up until now. And then so we ordered that part, and it should be coming here pretty soon. But now the thing is it probably wasn't the power supply in the first place. Being the neat freak that I am, I bought a 90-degree adapter. Was it a 90-degree? Yeah, I bought a 90-degree adapter for my main power plug-in on my motherboard, trying to make it all look nice, because I have an open case. So, oh, geez, okay, that's way too much. I have an open case for my computer. Oh my God, can you please respawn? Let's see. Let's do like that, and hopefully that's... That's still too much. Okay. Oh my God, can you... The lag of the interface on this is just seriously unreasonable. Okay, that's at least movable. 3 and 4. I have an open case, so I didn't want a bunch of wires and stuff just kind of, you know, poking up and out and all over the place, and there were parts available. I have a 180-degree adapter for my graphics card, which I'm sure I'm going to have to end up removing at some point, because this is the second adapter kind of cable thing that has failed on my computer. Fungoida, osseous, stratum, and tussock. Okay. It seems like tussock's everywhere, fungoida... Well, we're going to go after the stratum and hope that maybe some fungoida, because osseous and stratum are going to be easier to find typically than fungoida, so I'm going to go after the fungoida there, and then we'll see how it goes. This is actually the second cable adapter related problem that I've had with my computer since I've had it. I have the adapter that allows me to vertically mount my graphics card and a bracket and all that stuff that goes with it, but that ended up going bad, and it was causing the same kind of restarts that I was having a year or so ago. I don't know why it didn't occur to me that this is the same problem I was having with the graphics card thing, and to start checking cables and adapters and stuff like that before I ordered a new freaking power supply, but it is what it is. Ideally, if I don't have any more power issues between now and the time my power supply arrives, I'll probably just return it, because I don't really need to have another power supply if the one I have is working. Because I ended up buying that cheap power supply because I basically bought a power supply that was way overkill for the power needs of my system. So there's there's two different ways you can deal with, you know, speccing out a power supply for your computer. You can either buy really high quality parts and have just enough power to you know, keep your system going, or you can way overkill the wattage on your machine. Jeez. You can way overkill the wattage on your machine, on your power supply, based off of what your power needs are for your machine, And because it will never get anywhere close to the limit of what your power supply is technically capable of, you're not wearing it out because you're only running it at like half the power it's capable of producing. So I think my computer all told needs like less than 400 watts, and I bought a 500 watt power supply. And I'm talking about less than 400 watts, like max ever. Like average it runs at probably like, you know, 250, 300 maybe. And then if I'm doing some super serious intensive stuff, which is, you know, rare, it might pop up into, you know, 350, 400 watts, something like that. But I mean, I have an i7 9700K processor and a 2060 Super graphics card, so, you know, neither of those are really seriously drawing crazy amounts of power, even with the 30% overclock that my motherboard AI thingy is capable of doing. So we'll grab these guys here, and then those off to the right, you can already kind of see the next thing that we need, the little spirally thing over there off to the right. I don't know if you can tell on the video because I know compression is probably washing out a lot of the detail, but let me see. Maybe I'll be able to point at it once. So that over there is going to be a spirally osseous. So we're going to grab this, and we'll get one more, and then we'll start grabbing some osseous. And then with any luck, we may be able to find some fungoida if we happened to land close enough. I don't really know because it's hard to tell, but that is what it is. But yeah, anyways, you know, it's a white label or a white 80 plus white power supply, which a lot of people are going to, you know, dog on because it's not gold and all of that, and I get it. You know, gold is obviously going to be much better, but gold is also significantly more expensive compared to, you know, what you can get for the other stuff. And my thought is if I don't have to spend all this extra money on a power supply, especially if I can buy a white label, you know, an 80 plus white power supply that's over-spec'd for what I need, and it's never going to utilize the higher quality components as much as, you know, might be used in a different system, then there's no point in me wasting the money on a premium power supply when I'm not going to use it that way, you know? So there is one over there, and I guess we'll go ahead and run over here and grab it. It's just going to take us a minute to get over there running it manually this way, but I think it would probably take about the same amount of, well, I don't know, it probably would have taken the same amount of less time to get up and fly and then find a spot over here than to run over here. Because running over here doesn't take that long, but running there and back to the ship is a little bit more. So, not a fan of the checker patterns here. I don't have night vision turned on, right? I wonder why I'm getting this grid on the ground. I don't know if you probably can't see it in the video, but I'm seeing like a little grid on the ground. All right, let's get this scanned. So yeah, I didn't even do a hunting video yesterday because I have two games right now that are really causing that problem to happen. It's my Call of the Wild and then Path of Exile. I don't know why those two specific games have been causing issues. I think maybe they're very CPU heavy or something, and they're really pulling power through the main power cord. And if the adapter went bad and it's happening to pull through that one, whatever connection is just messed up, then obviously that's going to cause a problem when the CPU starts yanking on power trying to do stuff and the wire can't handle it. After I removed that adapter and started playing again, I was able to play for several hours with no problems, but that's not necessarily a guarantee that the problem is fixed, because even with the adapter in, there were times when I was able to play for several hours without having to worry about it. So I don't know. We'll have to. It's one of those. It sucks. I'd love to be able to just cancel the shipment of the power supply rather than having to return it later, but I would hate for the problem to start up again, and it is the power supply, and then I have to reorder it, and then I have to wait a couple more days for that. And I don't like having a lack of confidence in my hardware. It's super frustrating, especially when I'm trying to maintain a recording schedule for my channel, and you know, the computer crashes, and then I have this really bad endings to my videos because I'm not able to, you know, do my and I'm not able to end the videos where I want to end them, and that's frustrating. Okay, so we're going to grab this one and hopefully one more. Well, obviously, but definitely one more. We're going to grab this one and one more, and then I'm going to try to keep on lookout for the bacteria, because if we can grab the bacteria, that will be 3 out of the 5. What's it? It said 5, right? Fungoida, stratum, osseous, bacteria. I could have swore that the planet said that there were 5. Oh, there was the grass, tussock. So we got to be on the lookout for grass. Let's go this way. Oh, damn it. I'm trying to see. It's hard to tell if some of these are rocks or if they're more of the. Okay, here we go. No. I think we've moved out of the zone for the. Because it's all just rocks now. We're gonna have to turn around and go back this way, because we are not finding any more osseous. Right here. When in doubt, flip over. It's a much faster way to stop yourself, to just kind of roll around and point back towards where you're going, because if you can get your primary thruster behind you, that slows you down pretty quick. All the rest of your thrusters are not really meant for high speed. Okay, and I don't see any grass here, but I thought I saw some bacteria as we were flying, so let's get back up into the air and see if maybe we can find some of that. It said the osseous was, or it said that the tussock was pretty much everywhere, but I haven't seen any yet. So I don't know if we just happened to land in a really bad spot where there isn't any, but. And then the trick you can use, if you haven't heard it before, is you can still use the night vision to find bacteria patches, because they won't show up as green on the ground when you fly by them. So it can help you find bacteria sometimes if you're a little bit clever about the way you use it. Unfortunately, all these patches here are turning green, which means we're not finding anything. But the night vision, even though it's even though it's not dark right now, it does provide a lot of high definition to the contours of things. So, especially when we start finding like tussock, it can highlight really small, fine detail things like that. That's all stratum. More stratum. More stratum. Alright, we're going to turn off our... We're going to pull up our landing gear and get a little bit of speed available so that hopefully we can find some... tussock. We'll go past this canyon here over to the other side. Okay, let's try over here and see if maybe we'll be able to find what we're looking for. No, it still looks like a bunch of stratum. Okay, well, I don't think we're going to find what we're looking for in this episode because it's all just stratum, and I'm having some graphical lag, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get ourselves on the ground, and we'll call it a day for today. I'm not going to lose any sleep over not having found grass. It's not exactly the most exciting stuff to find anyways. So, anyways, hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button if you did, so that the YouTube algorithm will know and send the video out to as many people as possible. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing subscribing now, so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your feed and you will be able to watch it as soon as it becomes available. Channel members get early access to all of my content, so be sure to click the join button, check out the list of options available there, and decide if any of those are right for you. If you're not interested in a membership but would still like to support the channel, there is the thanks button, which is basically YouTube's version of a tip. Direct contributions are greatly appreciated and a critical component to helping to turn this channel into a full-time gig, which is a dream. So again, thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Be sure to come back for the next one, and I'll see you then.